What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and today I'm bringing you guys some more Boruto anime spoilers. This time it's going to be for episodes 232 to 235. I believe the last video I made on anime spoilers was at least over a week ago, so it's been a little while, and I think that one was focusing on 231 to 234. But now we have an additional episode and probably some additional details for the other episodes that I might have covered already. So let's talk about them. These episodes are going to be airing from the middle of January to early February. So we have a solid idea of what's going to be coming this month and the start of next month. And then I believe in a few weeks we're going to get more info on what's going to come throughout all of February. But it seems like we're getting an anime canon mini arc, and that's what this span of episodes is going to focus on. I believe the first episode, though, 232, is a one-off, but after that, I think the mini arc begins. So, episode 232 is going to be airing on January 16, and it's called Captain Denki's First Mission. So, just based off the title, I think it sounds like a one-off episode, but I'm slightly interested in this one, I'm not going to lie, because Denki did pretty good. He surprised me in this Chunin exams we recently had, so maybe this could actually be a decent, worthwhile episode. So let's read the synopsis. Kaminarimon Denki, who is taking on the role of being the captain of Team 5, is assigned to a mission where he must deliver some autonomous puppets, all the way to a particular ore mining island in the water country. When they arrive, their mission will further involve executing test runs and analyzing operations data from the ore mining autonomous puppets. Despite his nervousness, Denki embarks upon the mission in collaboration with his teammates, Ueno Iwabe and Metal Lee. However, Denki doesn't have much stamina. He's no use when it comes to doing things like physical work. The ore mining staff, who are also involved in the mission, are surprised by Denki and wonder if he's really even a ninja. Will Denki be able to recover his honor and reputation as a ninja? And moreover, will he be successful? Will he be able to successfully carry out the mission as their team's captain? So, seems like Denki's first mission is going to be going a little bit rough, and he's going to try overcoming his own demons in this episode. And I feel like Iwabe and Metal Lee will assist in that in their own way. So, sounds like a little decent episode. I hope we get to see Denki demonstrate more battle stuff, but it sounds like this episode's going to be more like analyzing, which is his specialty, so seems to be focused more so around that. Then 233, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I think this begins the anime canon mini arc. So it's titled The New Team 7 Mobilization, and this airs on January 23rd. So the synopsis is, with Kawaki added to the new Team 7, they've been assigned to an escort mission for Tuno Katasuke from the Scientific Ninja Tools team. So I called this a couple weeks ago in a few of my videos. I knew that when Konohamaru was being taken off this team, that they would probably add in Kawaki, and honestly it might be for the best, because in most of missions, anyway, in the show, especially the anime canon ones, they try to make the new gen shine a lot, and that comes at the cost sometimes of the old gen looking a little worse. So even though Konohamaru is not technically old gen, I mean, he's a new gen sensei, but they try making the new Team 7 younger members look better. So as a result, most of the time they make Konohamaru a kind of a sacrificial piece when it comes to beating the enemy, as a means to write him out. And eventually, that gets repetitive and people are getting a little annoyed of that. So I think it's for the best that they took him off for now. Maybe let him focus on training on the side, and then maybe do some missions with him later on down the road. But for now, I think it's a good decision to add in Kawaki over here and make it a 4-man team like that. I don't know if this is a permanent thing, but it could be a cool little thing. We'll see how it goes. This is something I completely expected, though. But it seems like Katasuke is back. So continuing on with the synopsis, Katasuke has been invited to attend a ceremony in the water country. Boruto previously visited the water country while he was on a school field trip during his days at the academy. Boruto is looking forward to meeting up with Karatachi Kagura, who is a ninja from Kiragakure village, and so I'm assuming that's the name for Miss Village, and is someone whom he befriended back then on that trip. Nowadays, Kagura is the head of a prison that's been furnished with the state-of-the-art equipment. That's pretty cool. It seems like Kagura is making some big moves here, because he is being groomed to be the next Mizukage, so it's nice to see him make some progress. To pass the time between his breaks while on the mission, Boruto decides to pay Kagura a visit. However, a clan that holds a grudge against the water country begins to mobilize behind the scenes of the ostentatious ceremony. So it seems like this will be beginning the mini arc. Seems like Kagura is going to be involved, and it seems like this new Team 7, Boruto, Mitsuki, Sarada, and Kawaki will all be involved too. I'm actually pretty interested in this arc, I'd like to say. I'm going to definitely give it a fair shot. And I'm interested to see how Kagura and Kawaki interact. Then we got episode 234, titled The Unleashed Villain. This episode's going to be airing on January 30th. And the synopsis for this one is, in the midst of the ceremony that was being conducted in the water country, an airship suddenly gets blown up. Once Boruto finds out about the incident, he tries to immediately head over to the scene of the crime. But right at that same moment, someone has launched an attack upon the prison that Boruto is currently visiting. Together with Kagura, Boruto decides to go and engage the enemy head-on. Even though they had finally just been reunited with one another, since it had been quite a long time since they last met during Boruto's school field trip, Boruto and Kagura form a united front. Will the two of them be able to thwart their enemy's scheme to break out Funato Arayumi, who is currently jailed at the facility and is the leader of a pirate gang? So maybe a leader is captured and they got a bunch of their henchmen going around making a big move to try freeing the leader. Seems like the plot's developing. I'm still interested to see what direction it goes in. Let's move on to 235. Infiltrate Doto Island. And this is going to be airing on February 6th. The synopsis for this one is, the neighboring seas of the water country have gotten taken over by pirates. Denki and the others from Team 5 have become unable to make contact with Doto / Raging Wave Island, which was where they were conducting their ore mining mission. In order to rescue everyone from the island and support Team 5, the new Team 7 and another group, one that's spearheaded by Kagura, head over to Doto Island. However, the members of that group used to refer to themselves as the new 7 Shinobi Swordsmen. Oh, that's pretty cool. Them being back to redeem themselves. Sorry guys, so my recording got cut off, but I think I was just talking about the 7 Shinobi Swordsmen, like the new Swordsmen of the Mist. So I think that it's pretty cool that they're going to be bringing them back in perhaps a redemption arc type of way. So this is going to be pretty cool to see. This definitely has me a lot more interested now than what I was before. I feel like as I'm reading each summary that my interest level is getting a little higher. This sounds like it could shape up to be a pretty decent to maybe even a pretty good anime canon arc. And that's what a lot of people have been wanting with anime canon, for the quality of the stories to pick up and feel less fillerish, I would say. But let's finish the synopsis. So the next part is, when Boruto and his teammates once went on a school field trip, a fight unfolded between them and 3 of their members, Kurosuke Buntan, Hebichigo, and Fufuki Kyoho. Even though Boruto's group is wary of them due to their criminal history, they decide to cooperate with one another, as Uchiha, Sarada, and Mitsuki make landfall as part of the reconnaissance group. The other members of the team decide to investigate the situation in the area around the island. So it seems like the scale of this incident is increasing, and it seems like it's forcing cooperation between people that wouldn't even like each other, because I'm assuming due to the past history, they're not going to get along with these 7 swordsmen so easily. But I am interested to see what convinced them to turn a new leaf and actually fight for their village. My guess is maybe they earned like some type of special respect for Kagura, or saw their own wrongdoings earlier on when that whole school mistrip arc happened. Um, but I'm interested to see that for sure. I'm definitely looking way more forward to these episodes now that we're getting an actual full anime canon arc rather than some of these one-off episodes we've had recently. Um, so I am looking forward to that. Another thing I'm going to talk about here real quick is the animation for these episodes, because I know some of you guys might be wondering about that. So let's have a look over here. So I can give you a pretty solid idea of how high you should have your hopes for animation. Episode 232, the episode that kicks off this arc, is being animated by Studio Pierrot. And Studio Pierrot is the main studio that does the Boruto animation. So that itself is a really good sign for this episode. So maybe they're going to give this episode a pretty good look. I wouldn't say expect like some crazy animation, because it doesn't sound like this is an action filled episode, but expect the art to be pretty solid and expect like any key moments to be animated pretty nicely. That's what I would say. Then we move on to 233, and 233 is animated by Jiwoo Animation, and this is one of the outsourced companies that animates for Boruto, and I know a lot of studios do that for a lot of their episodes most of the time, but this one's definitely one of the more solid ones. If you want to reference back to something, look back to Boruto episode 203. They usually come up with some pretty solid animation. It's never like great, but it's usually some solid stuff. Episode 203, I believe, was the whole little fight between Konohamaru and Jigen, and the whole little instances with Naruto telling Jigen to get out of his house. So all of that stuff. So expect some solid animation here, but nothing crazy. 234 is animated by Fortune. Fortune, from what I've seen, is worse than Jiwoo Animation, so expect this to be a very okay looking episode. It seems like, based off what I read off the plot anyway, that this is going to be a pretty plot heavy episode, so not too much action, so I can see why they would take this. Nothing, but I wouldn't expect anything aside from maybe like a little bit of skirmishes in this episode, just nothing crazy. Then we move on to 235. 235 is a mix of Studio Pierrot and Jiwoo Animation. So this episode is going to be probably a mix of both worlds. So I'm assuming one half of the episode is going to be solid on the animation end, and the other half is going to be good to pretty good. So that's what I would say you should expect for that, because I would assume in episode 235, as we're getting things moving, we are going to get a little bit more action going on. So it makes sense that the quality of the arc would pick up from that. So overall, 232 and 235, expect them to look the best out of the 4 episodes. 234 is probably going to look the worst, and 233 should be solid. I mean, I could be wrong, and 234 could look good too, but I'm just going based off previous track record for the anime. So yeah. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of this arc and the full spoilers that I've told you guys so far in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.